Yeah, no, we're working with Jinsu and with Ichan every day. Ichan today will try to go out on the field and do some running. No, it's getting better every day. But this is part of a tournament, that you always have a few players a little bit injured, a little bit, and then you bring them along, and it's a long tournament. We all will be here hopefully until the very end of the tournament, but it's getting much better. Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's time. Yeah, I hope it happens now quickly. Yeah, I mean, during this 1 month of a tournament, it's important to kind of give them their free time and let them do whatever they like to do. They can eat in a hotel with us, coaches, or they can go out and go to a nice little restaurant and enjoy themselves. So it's always this kind of a balance, because obviously when you are a group of almost 55 people every day together in a hotel, sometimes it can get a little bit heavy. So it's better to let them go out and do their own thing. Some have already family here, a few ones, and so families will come in and out, it's normal. But I always try to keep it light and keep it easy going. Yeah, I watched Jordan Malaysia myself in the stadium. So the same day I went to the stadium with Andy Herzog, and it's a good team. It's a good team, and when you watch, for example, last night you watched Saudi Arabia play Oman. Every game is difficult. I tell you, there's no easy game. So you have to be 100% ready to play any team with different styles, different ways of doing it, and so we expect a very difficult game with Jordan. We really respect them a lot. Some very good individual players. But we will be prepared. No, for every player it's difficult to get into the tournament. First game you don't know what to expect. So we did not expect, obviously, foul situations with a lot of yellow cards. And when I see these yellow cards were adding up, I had in the back of my mind, we have to be careful here. So Kiche's substitutions and Minje's was purely on the fact that if he does maybe another foul, normal foul, this referee gives us maybe a second yellow and gives us red card. So we don't need red cards, So some have a better start and some not so good. It's no problem. We need to get a rhythm. We need to get into the tournament. But obviously with the fact that they gave so many yellow cards so quickly for the first foul of all our players was not necessary. And I said that in the press conference. I said it afterwards. He made it tricky, and that's why I thought, let's take Kiche out, let's take Minje out, so not getting a second yellow card for something little that you might do, because he had different ways of judging the fouls, the referee, and so we played it safe. Oh no, he knows that we count on him. No problem. I mean, for some players, the first game is a little bit bumpy, and other players they start strong, and maybe towards the end of the tournament, they cannot give it up. So it's totally normal. And with every training session and with every game, it starts a whole new chapter. So the game against Jordan has nothing to do anymore with Bahrain. So anything that happened with Bahrain is already gone. So it's a real important key in your mind in a tournament not to look back. Don't look back. Maybe you will criticize yourself and said, I could have done better, but it's not important. Important is only the next game. And Kiche is a top professional. He's a very, very focused player, and so it's no problem at all. And so also for the entire team, whatever happened in the game, as long as we hopefully go forward, if we win the game, that's the only important thing. Then the next challenge, like Jordan is now the next challenge, difficult challenge. We've got some individual players. We have to be prepared, we are prepared, and then we write the next story. I think they're very focused. They are very hungry for this tournament. At the same time, they're relaxed. I really like that, you know, and we keep it also relaxed, you know, from our coaching staff. But no, I think the last months when every camp we were together, also when we started that World Cup qualifying or before in October then with Tunisia and Vietnam, and so they know now how to deal with us, and that we are, you know, letting them do their things when they have their free time, and this balance, it seems to work really well. But still, you know, you always measured on the next game. You're only as good as your next game. But I'm very positive. But we made some mistakes, especially first half. We have to correct those mistakes. We will talk about those mistakes also with the players. But I see a team that is hungry. They want to do well for Korea. We will see, because we have to see how the games are going, you know. So if there's an opportunity to give a young player some minutes, we will give them some minutes. If we see it's too tight, it's too nerve-wracking, then we will go, in order to win the game, we go with more experience, you know, because obviously, you know, once it's very, very tight and very close, it's all about the result, you know. So, but if there's an opportunity for a player like Jisoo that I like a lot, you know, he's very, very alert, very smart, a very good listener, then hopefully we can give the young players some time here to prove their point. Oh yeah, we speak every day, and we every day hope for improvement, and this is what happens, one day at a time. But he knows his body the best. The players, they know exactly where they are and how far they can do it. So I talk to the doctor, I talk to Ijan or Jinsu, and we take it one day at a time. But you cannot predict, because one thing is to be healthy again to train. The other thing is, are you fit enough for a real game? They're two different things, you know. So we have to play it take it one day at a time. But every day we talk. Yeah, no, for me, in every tournament you have your favorites, you know, like also World Cup or other championships. Yeah, and certainly Japan and Korea are among the favorites. There's Saudi Arabia, there's Iran, there's Australia, there's Qatar as a home nation. They started well into the tournament. They're all good, very good teams, and they all have the capabilities to win this tournament. But once you start the tournament, you only think then, okay, from one game to the next game, and hopefully 7 games, hopefully, yeah. But to be considered also from other coaches or media as one of the favorites is a compliment. It's a compliment to Korea, because they see our team and they saw the last games and they see the players that we have. Yes, they show us respect, and they show us, you know, that they tell us, wow, you have a team that is capable, but so are other teams as well.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Have a nice day. Okay.